Hey folks, here is a new video. It's been a while since I've bought a gun, and this time I got the Mosin Nagant M91 30 sniper rifle. This is a reproduction model. It's one of the more inexpensive ones you can get. This came for about $3.79. Price just went up, and I paid $10 extra for a hand select fee. Didn't want to get a Tula one. It didn't really matter to me. This one is an Izhevsk, but you can't really see it. Yeah, that's the Izhevsk symbol here. This is a 1943 model, so at least it's period perfect with the round receiver. And it has a scope here. This scope is not an original. It's an original remake, from the best I can tell. And it even comes with paperwork here. It was wrapped in this foil thing. I thought it was maybe an original, but it's not. And it comes with this, excuse me, comes with this certificate, I guess if you want to call it, of acceptance or authenticity, from 2009, I guess. January 20th, 2009. And it has a serial number and everything assigned to it. So it's not original, but it's an original reproduction. And I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. In any event, it has a turn down bolt, which is really stiff. So stiff that I can see why people cock it to work that bolt, because it is so stiff to run. Let's see. And the action's pretty smooth. Frankly, this particular rifle here, and you can see it's got one of those Arsenal marks from being refurbished. This is probably the best looking Mosin Nagant, condition-wise, that I've purchased in a long time. The first one I ever bought was store-bought, and I picked a really good one that I gave, I think, to my father-in-law. But this one here, I mean, golly, there's hardly a scratch anywhere on it. There are scratches on the other side, which I'll show you in a minute, and some handling marks here and there, but it's really clean. And I have pictures of the bore. At least I try to take pictures of the bore. And even though it hasn't been cleaned out of the cosmoline yet, it is extremely shiny. And I can tell once I clean it out, it's going to be a really good shooter. At least I hope it will. So let's turn it over here. No, it's not exactly working the way I wanted. You can see here it has the mount, and they've drilled into the stock. You can tell that it's been retouched with some paint here, or some finish. And it's questionable as to whether this is the original finish from the refurb job or not. I mean, there's a few, like I said, scratches or marks, but otherwise this thing is really, really clean. Let's see if we can focus here. It has this one big screw knob, and it seems to be pretty tight and well threaded, so I think while I'm shooting it, it's not going to come loose very often. Of course, I say that, and then when I go to the range, I have all kinds of issues with other Mosin Nagants, but I think this is going to be a good one. Alright, now I've got it stable here. Let's see if I can take this cap off. These are really tight. I'm going to have to twist them a little bit. It's almost too tight. Then we'll take this one off now that the slack is out. It's a little easier to get off. You still got to rotate a little. It's threaded through this hole here, so you'll never lose it once you cut it. Let's see if we can look through there. There you go. As you can see, the reason I say this is it's a reproduction, but it's an original reproduction, is that the knobs you use to adjust it adjust the actual crosshairs inside the rifle, instead of the crosshairs are not fixed. In other words, you can just adjust this to adjust the vertical and the horizontal based on your distance. And it should be set up, I think, here in pretty certain it's in meters. And it's probably gauged for minutes per 100 meters, I would guess. Who knows? I don't know much about how to work these scopes, but in any event, we're going to learn. So there you have it. That's pretty much it for now. It's a really good rifle. Got some nice pics of it in a post. And once we can find a gun range we can go to, I don't know if you all heard, but Garland Public Shooting Range got shut down temporarily, and now the rifle lanes are closed to anything over 30 caliber because they're making improvements there. So naturally a gun like this isn't going to work at that range. I'm going to have to go to Quail Creek or somewhere else. Anyway, there you go. One thing I will say too, you also get the standard accoutrements that come with this rifle. You know, the oil can, the bolt, or the belt, or strap. It comes with the cleaning kit and the usual, round ammunition pouch. The usual typical stuff. It's double boxed, and I thought it was really clever. They had this all wrapped up and then put on this, and then they tied it to the front of the rifle here so it wouldn't bang around with the rest of the receiver and everything else. It was fairly well thought out. But that's it. It doesn't come with any instructions or anything else. They pretty much assume, I guess at Southern Ohio Gun, you know how to shoot one of these, which I do, but not necessarily, the scope part. But we'll figure it out soon enough. That's all she wrote for now.